Hey man, what's up?
I think I've seen you down here before.
Yeah, you have. Hey, you see me out here, brother?
Yeah. Me too.
Hey, you know what? I gotta say something.
Yes,
I very much appreciate the fact that you're armed, because I'm of the humble opinion that the Second Amendment protects the First. You know, we wouldn't have a First if it wasn't for people like you that have the balls to walk around and do what you have a constitutional right to do. And I salute you. Thank you so much. You know, thank you.
And be on the right side.
Right on.
Yeah, and on the right side.
Yeah, man, of course. I mean, it's not about violence. It's about educating people of the fact that you can open carry, and that's just fucking gorgeous. Thank you.
You have the right, and it shouldn't be infringed, and you shouldn't not exercise it, but you do have the right to not exercise it.
Sure. So what brought you out here in solidarity? Are you in solidarity with these folks that are pissed off about what happened to Mike Brown? Or
honestly, myself, I have no evidence to suggest either way. I feel that the police brutality is the problem.
Okay. So it's a police state issue with you.
It's a police state issue,
okay.
Correct. And my heart and my feelings go out for the families, and my heart goes out for the actual good cops that do uphold their oath and keep their...
Yeah. You know something I did just a couple hours ago is I turned my camera around so that they could see themselves. You know, and I asked them down the line, about 20 of these guys, you know, in between expletives, you know, when you swore an oath to preserve and defend the U.S. Constitution, when you became a cop, you know, did you imagine you'd be dressed like a, you know, psychotronic ninja turtle, standing with all this gear on, opposed to all these unarmed people? Did you imagine that? You know, and I asked them that over and over and over again, and I got these stone cold looks, or I got some guys that are looking down. You know, that's the ones that, you know, are actually thinking. You know,
I feel right being where they're at.
Yeah. I really believe that the police are our last line of defense before things get really ugly. Because if they go full on police state or martial law in this country, I full on believe that many folks in the military, many folks in the police forces will rebel against them.
Oh yeah.
You know,
heard about
like
Texas.
the American people, if the government wants to be dumb enough to go to war with us, we will hand them their asses. Oh, yeah. You know, so I really believe that when cops get to the point to where they stop following unconstitutional orders, we might have a shot at some positive social change. Because, you know, if they can police their own ranks, I would like to see that in my lifetime. I've never seen it happen. But if they can police their own ranks, and I want to see some good cops start arresting bad cops. That's my, you know, wet dreams. I wake up in the middle of the night in a cold shiver. I'm like, wow, man, I just imagine a cop arresting a guy for violating somebody's constitutional rights. And when I was in Ferguson in August, there was some stuff I saw. I mean, there's a law a lot of people don't know about. It's called U.S. Code Title 18, Section 241. It's called Conspiracy Against Rights. And it's a law that's designed, the wording is basically this: when two or more people conspire to deny someone any right that's been afforded to them by the U.S. Constitution, like, if they conspire to do that, you know, like, oh, I don't know, declare a no protest zone where no one has a right to peaceably assemble and not let anybody hold still for longer than 2 or 3 minutes, or they form a line and push them out and arrest people with a failure to disperse color of law kind of thing. Well, I researched the Missouri revised statutes, and that law applies to riotous situations. I watched hundreds of cops violate thousands of people's rights, committing fucking felony after felony after felony for a week in Ferguson, violating, you know, Title 18, Section 241, conspiracy against rights, and it comes with a nifty 10-year prison sentence. You know, if I would commit a felony in front of cops, they'd beat my ass and throw my ass in jail.
And you think the DOJ does anything about it?
No.
Because they're on the same side.
Right. But good cops need to start doing something about these bad ones. And I can understand the social pressure of not wanting to you know, do the right thing, because it is kind of like a cult. You know, I see law enforcement as a social cult. You know, and I've been doing this cop watching project for about 2 years now, and I study cops now like a sociological experiment, pretty much. Like I read about them. I read about you know, the threat, the use of threat continuum, or whatever they call it. You know, like escalating levels of force and what various policies are. But I full on believe that most people that become a cop do it from a legitimate animus of wanting to serve society and be a good person. Until they're in, yeah. Until they're in and stuff starts to wear on them.
And it's, I mean, there was a gentleman going around asking police officers, you know, if this gun ban, or if there was that more to happen with the Texas and the ranch if they would lay down their arms and join the public. And a lot of them said, you know, I've got family, I've got kids, this is my job. You know, I have to, you know, provide for my family, which is understandable. But when it comes to the rights of everybody, I would gladly give up any job I have to help everybody else out. And it was just a sad fact that most of them said no, they wouldn't give up their jobs.
I got a question for you. How long have you been open carrying like that? Like, did the police see you? Did they get nervous? That kind of thing?
I've been doing this for about 3 years. I actually have my own YouTube channel.
No, but I mean
tonight.
Today.
What's your channel, brother?
2A Pro Citizen.
2A Pro Citizen.
Yep.
Right on.
And I was actually stopped earlier tonight. They were actually very cordial, which was surprising to me, being that there was you know, massive amounts of bodies down here, massive amounts of police and riot gear. They did detain me. They wanted to check to see if my weapon was fully auto. I told them I don't want them to check it, and they didn't.
You didn't consent to search of your person?
I didn't consent to search
That's
seizures.
good.
I told them, I kept asking repeatedly if I was detained. They said, you know, hang on, hang tight. We're trying to see, you know, what's going on.
If you're not being detained, you're free to go,
exactly.
man.
But
right.
They actually had me with my hands on my head up against a wall and told me not to move. He was really nice. I mean, I have a dip in. I asked him if I could take a step back, spit on the ground. He's like, yeah, bud, go for it. But with my hands on my head, you know, I took back, spit.
Where was this?
Burnside, up in Burnside. Actually, I have video.
When you were marching across Burnside?
No, I was way up.
Oh, by Prague.
So the day
we actually walked.
Did they ask to clear your
weapon?
weapon or take it off you?
No,
and you didn't,
I
okay.
didn't give them permission to.
Okay, good.
Because I actually carry my handgun loaded, one in the chamber. This one is not, only because mob mentality. I don't know many people down here, so I don't know if anybody would try to grab or take or you know, anything like that. You can never be too sure with mobs.
Sure, I mean, everybody's got to do their own weapon retention.
Exactly.
Were the police nervous?
I only talked to one gentleman who didn't seem nervous at all. He actually appreciated that I was carrying. He was just more concerned about my safety with the crowd. So I didn't actually get his name, mostly because I asked for names and badge numbers. None of them provided. But after they were done with their check of my concealed weapons permit, they were gone. They said, good, have fun, be safe. Right. They walked away.
So how long did you walk with the march, or did you...
I actually kept finding the tail, or the coattails
of
the march. So everybody was walking in the circle, and I guess I was walking in the same circle and missing everybody.
I was trying to cover the conflict. People were trying to take the freeway underneath the Burnside Bridge, and there was 3 pushes of the crowd against the heavy squad, or the SRT squad, and there was a motorcycle turned upside down. There was like 3 arrests. I just interviewed a kid that was pepper sprayed. They were really trying to take the freeway pretty hard, so there's 3 conflict, and I was trying to cover that and got lost